Hey Andrea, how is your internet going?
Fine. I'm trying to turn on my camera.
All right. It's fine though, don't worry, because I was just talking with what's her name, Camila, and she also had some trouble to get into the call. She actually couldn't make it. So
Oh,
yeah, I think it wasn't just you. So just so you know, maybe the internet.
yes.
Hmm? Did you get any like connecting and like pre little, I don't know, like notice there on your computer before you join?
No,
Because
nothing.
I think that was happened with Camila. She couldn't
No,
make.
nothing. I think that the internet is very saturated.
It could be.
Yeah.
All right. Where are you, Andrea? You're in La Paz, I think.
Yes.
All right.
I'm from La Paz.
All right. Because here in Cochabamba, the internet is being really bad for the last at least 3 weeks. It's not going any better. Well, so I don't know if you have any questions. We cannot talk much at the end of the call, but we can take this time until the rest join us if you want to.
No, maybe. What type of questions? Only opinion questions?
Yeah. So for the first part, not we were just practicing the first type of task. There are 4 different type of tasks. So in the first one, we can get these 3 different ones. You know that they ask about your opinion, what you believe on, and yeah, the first one it's always about your opinion. The other 3 though are not. The other 3 are going to be related with a passage, presentation, well, a lecture, you know.
Okay.
So yeah, the first one though, yes, it's just about your opinion. The 3 examples that I've shown you are always going to ask about your opinion, which is what we're going to see today. All right. Hi, Catherine. Welcome back.
Hi, Paula. Hi, Andrea.
Hi.
Thank you.
Hi. So, are they only 4 questions or?
Yes. Yeah. So we have 4 different type of questions. However, not most of them are. You get them randomly. What's what I'm saying? No, it's not like you're going to get 1 per each. No, it's random.
Okay.
Hi, Rosa. Welcome.
Hi everyone.
All right, guys. Maybe we can start. Okay, so I hope you're doing great, guys. So today we're going to change the section. No, last week we saw the listening, and this week we're going to see the speaking section. All right. So let me share my whole screen. Okay. So for the speaking section, we get questions that are going to be related to any familiar topics that we've heard. Even questions related, well, you could even get questions related to the pandemic, or what do you think about people that doesn't wear their face mask or stuff like that. No, it's very like, it could be very trending, no? So the first type of question, it's the one we're going to practice the whole week. It's going to be about familiar topics. I was practicing already with Andrea a little bit, and it's basically they're asking you about your opinion. All right. Do you prefer this or that? What do you think it's a better idea? This or that, or what would you choose? No. So basically, what do you think about? No. Which will you choose between 2 options? Or if you think it's good or bad, it's a good idea or a bad idea. In the question 2, 3, and 4, or tasks that are called, they are called integrated. Why? Because we get really short conversations, around 100 word tops, and lectures in some cases, and also a reading passage. So the one that we're going to practice this whole week, it's basically to help us to be quick, no, when we get this type of questions, and try to answer as best as we can. In the case of the question or task 2, 3, and 4, and it's nothing related with our opinion. We have to read a certain information, we have to listen certain information, and based on that, we're going to respond. All right, so let's take a really quick look to this structure. So basically, these are the times, which you can see, it's not a lot, and they are very similar. So the question that we're going to see today, in the dependent question, you get just 15 seconds to prepare your response, and you get 45 seconds to talk, to speak, to respond. No. In the case of question 2, 3, and 4, we get these 30 seconds to prepare. However, because they're going to work on a text, and in some cases also a presentation, we get that extra time, not to get familiarized with this new information, and then we get the time to prepare our response, no? And basically what we are going to do here, you know that we always have access to paper, we can always take notes, and the important tip here is that you take this 15 or 20, 30 seconds, depending on what you get, or 20, and try to not write some words that helps you to stay focused on what you're going to say. Obviously, we are not going to be able to, in 15, 20, or 30 seconds, to write everything, no? However, we can write some important keywords that can guide us at the moment that we're going to respond, because remember, we can get nervous, no? And sometimes we forget, and we kind of like, we kind of like go through the same idea because we cannot think about the next reason that we want to say, for example. And it's important to have it noted there. And the time of responding is, in the first one, 45 seconds, and in the rest of the tasks, 60 seconds, which is not a lot. It might seem a lot, but it's not a lot. All right, I've just shared a moment ago in the WhatsApp group this document that you can take a look, please, if you could check, and we're going to work based on that. If you didn't get it, let me know, please. And let's just jump into it, right? Speaking task number 1. And so usually you're going to get this instruction. Maybe, Rosa, could you please help me reading the instruction?
Okay, question type, task 1. You will now be asked to give your opinion about a familiar topic. After you hear the question, you will have 15 seconds to prepare your response and 45 seconds to speak.
All right, thank you very much. So basically, you're always going to get this in the first task, and it always is going to be like mentioned, what type of question you're getting. You can either say task 1, task 2, 3, or 4. So they're basically saying what I just said, no? So we're going to start with this question. All right, so could Catherine read it, please?
Question number 1. Explain whether you agree or disagree with the following statement. Countries should no longer be allowed to sell sugary drinks such as Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Then give specific details in your argument.
Okay, thank you very much. So basically here they're asking us if you agree or disagree with this sentence that are in quotes, or these countries should no longer be allowed to sell sugary drinks such as Coca-Cola and Pepsi, Usually we're going to be, most of these topics, well, all of them, we're going to be familiarized with them. So basically here we can either take one side or another, do you agree with this? Yes, I think it's not good to drink too much sugar, for example, Or maybe, no, I disagree. I think that sugar is not bad for health, blah, 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 So So basically, we are going to respond depending of what do we believe, ¿no? No piensen o no se enfoquen en responder pensando cuál será la mejor respuesta, porque no existe una respuesta correcta. En sí, la respuesta que demos siempre va a ser correcta, porque no hay una opinión que sea incorrecta, ¿no es cierto? Entonces, ustedes pueden decidir basados en su experiencia, en algo que han leído, algo que han escuchado, alguna información que ya tal vez no ya la tienen clara, tal vez. Entonces, nos enfocamos solo en esa y la otra dejamos de lado, ¿no? Entonces, for example, Catherine, what will you choose if you get this question? Do you agree or disagree with this idea? Yes.
I agree with the idea that countries should no longer sell drinks as Coca-Cola and Pepsi to kids, since there are too many healthy reasons as obesity problems in children. Besides, government should promote local businesses that run healthy ideas for children.
Excellent, great response. So basically, that's what we're going to learn to do. Now, try to think of ways that we can respond these questions and try to give some reasons. Thanks, great job, Catherine. So obviously she is familiarized with it, no? But let's see. We the document that I've just sent through the chat, well, like 2 minutes ago, it's basically a template. No, we already know this. If you're ready, 45 seconds to respond. No. So yeah, basically here, no, we have to think about if either we agree or disagree. In this case, Catherine agree. Most of us were going to agree with this, no, because sugar is if you know a little bit about health, no, it basically makes you fat. No, it's not good for your health. And we should think about 2 reasons, no, very vague reasons, or maybe 2 different reasons that why we shouldn't, in this example, no, we shouldn't consume sugar. So for one side, no, what she already mentioned, no, it's not healthy. And on the other side, we can think about any other reason, no, something very like general, not just common sense. It's obviously it's cheaper to just drink water instead of Coca-Cola or Pepsi, no. So what we have to do that in these 15 seconds is that think about or choose one of these options, no? If you agree or disagree in this example, and then try to think in 2 reasons why we are agreeing with this. All right, so let me show you. Oh, it's right there. Let me show you a template. All right, there it is. I don't know what happened. Okay, so now we get this template that I've already sent, guys. No, if you take a look to it, we basically have these 3 sentences to start, depending of the type of question that we got. In the previous example, we got, no, do you agree or disagree with this statement? So we should choose the first sentence to start responding. No, like Catherine said, no, I agree with the idea that, and she basically mentioned the whole statement, and then she started mentioning some reasons why she agreed or disagreed with this. No, and we shall go then with a transition. No, all of this, it's already proved that it's going to give you a great grade, a higher grade, no, because it's showing that you're organized, that you are capable of expressing your ideas, no, with a great vocabulary. So basically that's what they're going to grade. So then you can go, no, I feel this way for 2 reasons, and we briefly going to mention 2 reasons why we decided this, no. Firstly, and in this case, we can choose any conectores or linking words or any word that you would like to use to express, no, these 2 reasons. I like to use firstly, or you can say, no, first, or first of all, or in one hand, because we're going to mention 2 reasons, no, on one hand, and then try to use a connector that help us add a piece of information, no. You can try, in my experience, sometimes it's hard, it's difficult. It is advised to you that you should use an example, no, a really short example, but sometimes we run out of time. So you can either add a piece of information or try to mention a really short example. All right, and then you go with other linking word secondly, or on the other hand, or second, and then you mention really briefly the reason, and then you go to be more specific, or you can say besides, or therefore, or for instance, exemplifying, any connectors that are going to help you to add a piece of information. All right, and make it kind of like complete your whole idea. And one thing that you can do, guys, here, when you cannot think about any details, because sometimes we really concentrate in the first reason because it's easy, oh, okay, sugary drinks, okay, not healthy. Maybe sometimes you cannot think a detail to add to your second reason, and one thing that we can do is to be like, let's pretend, nos vamos a imaginar que tengo mi segunda razón, sin embargo no sé qué información agregar a esta. Puedo decir, he leído un artículo en el New York Times o en el Washington Post o alguna cadena importante de noticias o algo así. Y ustedes pueden decir, he leído en esta revista o en esta página importante que me voy a inventar, que el consumo excesivo de azúcar perjudica a largo plazo en la concentración de los niños. Ni idea si es cierto o no, me acabo de inventar. Pero por el hecho de mencionar, digamos, algo que puedes haber encontrado en internet, porque hay un montón, piensan, lógicamente hay un montón de estudios o investigaciones o información que sale todos los días. Entonces el hecho de decir algo así, hace sonar como que tú eres una persona que lee mucho y que eres, has sido tan quick, tan rápido para pensar, digamos, en todas estas razones, que aparte te has acordado de este artículo que has leído en tal lugar, en el Washington Post, por ejemplo. I read in this article in the Washington Post that mentioned that children have liver trouble when they are teenagers, when they have consumed too much sugar when they were kids. Me estoy inventando. Sin embargo, eso nos ayuda a salir un poco de ese momento de no saber qué más agregar, porque no es bueno quedarnos callados. Hay que usar esos 45 segundos. Entonces, ese es un tip que se les da, para que ustedes, si en algún momento se ven en esa situación de no saber qué información dar, o tal vez están pensando en un ejemplo y el ejemplo es demasiado largo, no mencionar esto demora 10 segundos. I read in the Washington Post that kids shouldn't drink sugary drinks because it's really bad for their lungs. ¿Cómo van a saber si es cierto? No saben, Y en 10 segundos ya lo mencioné y ya, ya pude cerrar mi idea y mi respuesta y tiene una lógica. Entonces la idea va así, Dependiendo de cuál de las preguntas me toquen, en este caso me tocó agree y disagree, bueno, escojo la idea para iniciar mi respuesta, voy con la transición. I feel this way for 2 reasons, que ustedes están en la libertad de poder cambiar eso por alguna otra frase que ustedes tal vez les guste más, pero es bueno ir con una frase de transición que demuestre la organización, al momento de ustedes hacer una respuesta, o dar su respuesta, más bien dicho, perdón. Y después mencionar la palabra, First of all, en primer lugar, en primera instancia, por un lado, para iniciar de esta manera, qué sé yo, mencionan. Y después van, para aclarar la información, o por ejemplo, o además, o, una palabra, tiene que haber siempre estas palabras, porque eso es lo que les va a aumentar su puntaje. Ya es bien importante el uso de esto y la organización, Primero fue first, y siempre agrego, menciono mi razón muy cortita y luego agrego siempre la información que voy a añadir. Luego voy secondly, any connector, y después menciono la segunda razón, y luego voy cualquier conector que me ayude a agregar información, to be more specific, exemplifying, therefore, y luego menciono un poquito más, para que siempre tenga una idea completa. Y ahí pasan los 45 segundos, Ok. Entonces, I don't know if you have any questions. Lo quiero decir en castellano para que se entienda bien. Okay, guys. Entonces, por favor, háganme saber si hay alguna duda o en el camino mientras vamos practicando igual, por favor. Ok, entonces vamos a iniciar con una pregunta. Las preguntas que les voy a ir poniendo, they go from easy to a little bit challenge, ¿ya? Siempre las más facilitas al principio para practicar y familiarizarnos, ¿ok? Entonces vamos a practicar, ¿ya? ¿En qué consiste? We're going to have, we get a question, right? We're taking a look to the question. I'm going to run the timer for 15 seconds, then we're going to cut, and then we're going to start responding each of you guys. Entonces vamos a ir practicando y viendo igual cómo responde el compañero o las compañeras. Okay, so the question goes, explain whether you agree or disagree with the following statement. Children should not be allowed to play video games. Then give specific details in your argument. Entonces, ¿qué hacemos ahora? 15 segundos. No, pienso en mis dos razones. Razón 1, pues cojo más bien dicho, ¿no? Si estoy de acuerdo o no con esto. En mi hojita puedo anotar agree, disagree, y pienso en dos razones por qué estoy de acuerdo o estoy en desacuerdo. ¿Ok? So, vamos hasta ahí y luego vamos a comenzar a responder basándonos en el template. Ok, thank you guys. I'm gonna mute my microphone, 15 seconds from now. Ok, guys, time's up. Pero por ser la primera vez, les voy a dar un poquito, unos segundos más. And, alright, so that's the question. Ahora lo que deberían hacer es abrir el documento que les mandé a través de WhatsApp para que tengan ahí el template en la pantalla en todo momento y ustedes con eso ya puedan ver cómo ir respondiendo. Lo que conmigo vamos a practicar es más que todo que quedemos en los 45 segundos y siempre les voy a ir dando sugerencias para que mejoren su respuesta. Ok, entonces, de todas formas, por si acaso, les voy a pasar por el chat el mismo documento. Okay. Entonces, ¿con quién podemos iniciar? ¿Quién se siente preparada, lista? Creo que somos las chicas. Sí. ¿Quién quisiera iniciar?
I want to be a volunteer.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right, so let me share the timer so you take a look to it. Okay, whenever you start talking, I'll run the timer. Cuando inicies hablar, yo voy a comenzar. Sí, no, tranquila. O sea, cuando te sientas lista, comienzas a hablar y yo voy a iniciar.
I disagree with the idea that children shouldn't be allowed to play video games because video games enhance children's imagination and develops spatial intelligence. It allows people to explore different possibilities of a unique reality, and that is the one that we are living. The second reason that makes me support the idea of children playing video games is that it empowers the ability of children to work in a team. So the collaborative work is essential to develop projects or to integrate in a curriculum when children get to work with people that are different from them. Thank you.
Excellent. Great job. Great job. So you did great. Very good. However, the only thing that I will tell you to try to practice is that it wasn't very clear when you stopped giving the reason and then you started giving an extra detail. So it will be important to put like a linking word in the middle, no? Therefore, or for instance, no, whatever you want to add. And then I understood everything you said, but honestly, it was a little bit hard to kind of like differentiate both of them, no? But it was great. You have a great vocabulary, obviously, and well, thank you very much. It was a really great way to start today's class. Okay, thank you. So let's see who can go next. Let's see, Rosa, what about you?
Okay.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Okay. I agree with the idea that children shouldn't have the possibility to play video games because, uh, first of all, some games have a lot of violence that made children to be very to I know, sorry. to sorry, can I practice more?
Let's start all over. What do you think?
Okay.
It's fine. Don't worry. We're practicing. So take a deep breath. And then sometimes we already know the answer. No? We know how to say it. It's just like we get nervous.
Yeah, I get very nervous.
I know. Don't worry.
About something.
This
I forgot the details that I was thinking, and I didn't write the ideas.
Well, maybe if next time maybe we can add a little word there. No, try to remember, but just a word maybe, because
Okay.
15 seconds is not enough time.
Okay, sorry for that.
Okay. No, fine word. We're practicing. Okay, so whenever you're ready, please.
Okay. Okay. Okay, I agree with the idea that children wouldn't play video games because for these two reasons. First of all, the children will be focused only on video games, and they will be distracted on the studies that they need to be focused. And secondly, because some video games have a lot of violence and give the children reasons to be hyperactive, and they can be a little bit violence with the family that they live.
Great. I think you did very good. You did very good. And yes, the second time was definitely the pace was better. It's important that we also notice that, ¿no? Siempre tratemos de hablar a la misma velocidad porque es igual a veces. No, tal vez comenzamos tal vez muy seguras y hablamos lento y luego al final ya estamos corriendo el tiempo y hablamos muy rápido, ¿no? En tu caso, has iniciado esta segunda vez mejor, ¿no? La velocidad siempre que se mantenga la misma. Y lo mismo, no ha habido esa misma, no ha habido mucha, lo que sugeriría es que en el caso, en el momento de dar las razones, ¿no? Igual, tratemos de poner clara diferencia entre cuál es la razón, muy brevemente, y luego tratar de decir, ¿no? Por ejemplo, además, therefore, for instance, ¿no? Whatever you want, besides. Entonces, acá lo ideal es que lo mencionemos muy cortito, ¿no? ¿Cuál es tu primera razón? No sé, los juegos son muy violentos. To be more specific, puedes decir, ¿no? Y agregas ahí una información. ¿No? Puedes decir secondly, tu segunda razón, igual, muy cortita. Children get distracted and doesn't do their homework, ¿no? For example, y aquí igual, ¿no? El ejemplo igual si quieres mencionar, o sea, es un plus. ¿Por qué? Porque estamos pensando en algo más allá de nuestra opinión, ¿no? Algo que nos ha pasado. Entonces siempre esas cosas, agregue cualquier cosa. Y las frases, ¿no? I believe, in my opinion, I think, ¿no? Todas esas frases que están relacionadas con lo que yo pienso, propio mío, igual, ¿no? Nos ayudan a que se vea, digamos, igual que tenemos un buen vocabulario amplio relacionado. Pero creo que lo has hecho igual muy bien. Pero igual vamos a ir practicando, obviamente, ¿no? Y vamos a hacerlo cada vez mejor. Entonces, let's go next with Andrea.
Okay.
Andrea.
First, I'm afraid to turn on my camera and get out of the call.
It's fine, don't worry.
Okay.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Okay, I disagree with the idea that children should not be allowed to play video games. One reason, for example, is because children have to have the opportunity to play video games as long as they have a parental supervision, as long as, and one reason is that video games can help children develop skills and make social connections. And also, I think that nothing in excess is good, nor take away the opportunity to play video games, but neither that they are on a screen playing all day. That's all.
It's good. It's good. I think you already practiced a little bit, no? But it's good. You did very good. But I will try to take a look to the connectors that I'm using, no? If you're going to use one, you don't need to add more, no? For example, you said one reason, for example, no, you are using two connectors. Es como un poco redundante.
Okay.
Entonces, no, my first reason or the first reason, tal vez, no, firstly, first of all, or in one hand, ¿no? Mencionas y luego recién, si quieres dar el ejemplo, for instance, or exemplifying, y ahí agregas un ejemplo, ¿no? Cuando decimos ejemplo acá nos estamos, perdón, no se muestra mi pantalla, pero cuando decimos ejemplo acá nos estamos refiriendo a un ejemplo que tal vez te ha pasado o has visto, ¿no? Por ejemplo, mi hermanito jugaba mucho y nos hemos dado cuenta que le iba mal en sus clases virtuales, ¿no? Entonces, cualquier cosa que tenga que ver, digamos, con tu experiencia, o como les mencioné antes, ¿no? I've read, si no se acuerda, I've read this article in the New York Times that when kids spend more than 3 hours in front of or playing video games, they get side problem in the long term. Me estoy inventando, ¿no es cierto? Puede ser o no que exista este artículo que habla de que los niños tienen problemas de vista después de cuando juegan más de 3 horas al día. Puede que no, pero eso hace sonar, digamos, de que, ¿no?, estamos conectando, o sea, tenemos esa habilidad de conexión de diferentes cosas, de organización, de un gran vocabulario, y eso siempre nos ayuda, ¿no? Tal vez va a sonar un poco, ¿no?, redundante, que voy a ir mencionando lo mismo, pero les quiero recordar que la parte en el speaking es donde siempre los estudiantes que participan de este programa siempre mejoran, siempre tienen las notas más altas, generalmente, la mayoría de las veces hasta 30, ¿no? Y después en los otros tal vez no tanto, pero en estas son donde se tienen, en las secciones donde se tienen mayor puntaje, en el speaking y en el writing. Entonces, por eso es que se empeña tanto tiempo, ¿no? Para que ustedes practiquen, y por eso las llamadas personales igual es para eso, ¿no? Para que se suelten más, sean rápidas, ¿no? Vean muchas palabras conectoras, ¿no? Una manera así de organizar y decir mi respuesta de la misma manera, ¿no? Entonces, por eso es que hay tanta recomendación, ¿no? Espero que se tome de buena manera. Ok, entonces, let's go with Lisette. Lisette, hi.
Hi.
Ok. All right. Espero que hayas entendido bien, creo que estás un poquito tarde, pero a ver, hagamos. Ok, let's try. All right, 45 seconds to respond.
Okay, well, I definitely disagree with the statement that children should be not allowed to play video games. I feel this way mainly for two reasons. At first is that for me, it's very important to have a time or to relax or a hobby. And for many kids, it's a common hobby to play video games. And yeah, about relaxing, I remember when that my brother was very stressed because of online classes. So playing video games with his friends helps him to be better at it and have a time to relax. So to sum up, I really agree with. Disagree. I disagree with the proposal.
All right, it's great. It's great. No, don't worry. No, like the first time is like what I do. But it's better to keep talking than staying quiet. It's always to try to get your 45 seconds, even Not that in this case we couldn't mention the second reason. No, but it's good.
Yeah.
The only thing that I will recommend you is try to take a look to the time, ¿no? ¿Por qué tenemos estos números acá? Porque es un número aproximado de tiempo que deberíamos utilizar para mencionar, ¿no? I agree with the idea that, ¿no? Menciono en este caso. En este caso es el único caso donde tengo que mencionar, ¿no? Exactamente lo que se está diciendo aquí. Entonces, eso no debería demorarme más de 8 segundos. I feel this way for 2 reasons. Y I shouldn't take more than 18 seconds to explain each of my reasons. ¿No? Esa es la idea. Y si cuentan, no les sale 44 segundos. Y un segundo para respirar, ¿no? But that's how we should do it. ¿No? Always take a look. Sorry, guys. So basically that, no? Always try to take a look. You're not going to be paying attention. Oh my God, it's like 8 seconds. No, I keep talking. I should have jumped to the next one. No, but you get an idea that you get around that time. And if you're running out of time, it's a good time to kind of like cut my idea, not wrap it up, and then continue. Okay? So thank you very much, guys. I think you did an excellent job. Let's continue with the next one so we can practice as much as we can. Okay, so let me go with the next type of question that we can get. So the first that we saw is agree or disagree, right? Now, do you prefer? Same thing, 15 seconds. In this case, do you prefer to work from home using a computer or to go to your job location? En el caso de algunos que tal vez no trabajan, no piensen igual. Algunas razones, pros and cons. Why would you prefer this or that? All right, 15 seconds to prepare. Think about reason 1 and reason 2, please. All right, time's up. So who would like to go first? Let me share the question through the chat because I know some of us like to take a look. All right, sorry guys. Okay, so who would like to start? Oh no, what's going on? Sorry. All right. Okay, what about you, Catherine? Would you like to start?
I can start, Paula.
Great, thank you very much. Whenever you start talking, I'll run the timer.
Okay, I prefer to work from home since the global healthy crisis makes me think about my biosafety. So I prefer to stay home, keeping distance from people I do not largely know, and to keep my health safe. A second reason for which I prefer to stay at home and work from there is because I can manage my time in a different way. So I avoid the traffic, I avoid taking a bus or driving my car or my motorcycle to the place I work. So in that way, I also keep myself safe from car crashings and other accidents. So working from home is a great idea.
Great job. Okay, so it was very good. However, it's always important to mention or to introduce your reasons. So I will say something like, well, you don't have to say necessarily the same thing. I feel this way for 2 reasons. But try to mention that you are going to explain, or you're going to start explaining, because in the first reason I keep listening to it. No, it sounds like an introduction. However, it wasn't very clear that you started to giving your reasons. In the second one, you said no. Yes, you mentioned the second reason, no, which is it helps, because remember, the person that is going to be listening, it needs that guidance, no, because they're expecting this. Entonces, el evaluador está esperando esto, no está evaluando tu capacidad de poder, no, presentar estas dos razones. Entonces, es importante que le digas, no, esta es mi primera razón, esta es mi segunda, para que la tenga más clara. Y los conectores igual a él le ayuda a identificar que estás por lo menos dando dos ideas, ¿no? Si quieres, puedes ampliar un poco más, eso no hay problema, depende del tiempo, cómo te organizas, ¿no? Pero, sin embargo, es importante eso, ¿no? Connectors or linking words help us to guess what's next, ¿no?
Okay.
Los conectores siempre nos dan esa capacidad de poder adivinar qué va a pasar después. Entonces, por ejemplo, si tú dices un however, ¿no? Yo ya sé que ese however, que lo que vas a mencionar va a ir en contra o va a ir tal vez un poco opuesto a la otra idea que estás mencionando, ¿no es cierto? Entonces, es importante siempre. O si vas a dar un ejemplo, mencionemos que va a ser un ejemplo, ¿no? Exemplifying, for instance, ¿no? Y cualquier frase que ustedes quieran utilizar para responder relacionado con su idea, una que ahorita que podrías haber utilizado, in my experience, ¿no? Hace rato igual dijeron for me, creo que es un poco, suena mejor, ¿no? In my opinion, in my experience, ¿no? Porque obviamente siempre nos están acá, task number one, they're asking us, ¿no? About us, our opinion, what do we believe. All right, great. Thank you very much, Catherine. Great job. All right, let's see. I'm sharing. Yes, I'm sharing. All right, let's continue with Rosa. Let's go in the same order, okay, guys? So, Rosa, could you please share your response with us?
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. I think it's better to work in a job location. First of all, because I have all the tools for doing my job better. For instance, as an engineer, I need to be in camp to look all the details that I need for doing a specific research. And secondly, because I feel more concentrated doing my all work, just thinking in a job location, and I can give all the information in a paper.
All right. Yeah, I understood everything you said. It was well organized. No, however, I think one thing that you keep doing, it was like, no, that kind of things. On one side, it kind of takes out this precious time that we need to give this important information, and on the other side, it makes us look that we're not very sure of what we want to say. Not kind of like it's, well, maybe they're doubting, no? They doesn't have very clear what they want to say. We're obviously practicing, no, but it's just a suggestion that we should try to don't say this, or which try to cut this. No, it's gonna. For me, I don't know why, but I always say I don't know. Like when I'm thinking about my next idea, I go I don't know. But in this case, it's not good. No, or say maybe, that maybe doesn't make you look that you're very sure of what you want to say. Entonces siempre es bueno cortar estos, no sé, o tal vez, ¿no? Nos hace ver un poquito inseguras al momento de responder. Entonces, all right. Thank you very much, Rosa. Great job. Let's go with Lisette and then Andrea. Okay, great. Thanks.
Well, I definitely prefer work from home using a computer, mainly for two reasons. And the first one, it's because you don't spend time. I mean, going to the place, and maybe it takes a lot of time. For example, for me, I work very far from home. So avoiding traffic for me, it's great. And the second reason is it's more comfortable, at least for me, to be at home and you can organize, you can follow your own organization. So to sum up, if I had to choose, I would definitely go from working at home.
Great job. All right, thank you very much, Lisette. So you also did a great job. The only thing that I will try to don't say, maybe, no, maybe, no, like just say what you want to say. No, in my opinion, like you said, no, for me, it's more comfortable. No, that maybe, let's try to cut that. And you were very clear in your second reason. No, but always try. No, I know sometimes we forget, but try to mention, no, my first or the first reason, or firstly, or whatever you want to say, ¿no? Es como que ahí está iniciando la parte, el fuerte, digamos, de tu respuesta. Entonces ahí como que, ¿no? Es importante que esté clarito, que estás iniciando con, porque eso es lo que te están calificando, ¿no? Provide specific details to your explanation, to support your explanation. Entonces básicamente esto es lo que están evaluando, tu razón 1 y tu razón 2. Entonces tiene que estar bien claro. All right, then it was great. It was a great response. Thank you very much, Lisa. And finally, let's go with Andrea. 45 seconds to respond.
Okay. I prefer to go to work at a workplace. One reason is because I am a person who needs to be with other people to be able to work and at the same time socialize. And the second reason is because you have a greater professional development in addition to facilitating entrepreneurship and at the same time facilitating my concentration. From my experience, it helps me to facilitate the integration of the members that belong to the place where I work. So that's two reasons that I prefer to go to work at that workplace.
All right, great. Okay, I think you did a very good job. You use many linking words, which is great. But I will try to take a look to the timer. No, you obviously had more time to prepare. However, I think that you didn't. You gave way more information in the second reason than in the first one. So usually, what we should do is try to keep it even. Not try to give the same amount of information in one and another. No, maybe if you didn't know what else to say here, siempre pueden decir, no, I read this article in the New York Times. I read this article in the Washington Post. That said that, blah, blah, ¿no? Si es que tal vez no se me ocurre qué más decir. Entonces es un detour que nos puede ayudar para ampliar nuestra información. But I think you did a very good job. You used your 45 seconds to respond, which is awesome. All right. And if I'm not wrong, Andrea. Perdón, chicos. Cuando no las veo me confundo un poquito. Acaba de responder Andrea, ¿no es cierto?
Yes.
Okay. All right, sorry. All right, so let's take a look to a last type of question. And let me show you. All right, this is if the third type of question. If it's a good idea or terrible idea, which is the third option. ¿No? En el template. Esa sería la tercera línea para responder, ¿no? It's a terrible idea or it's a good idea. No? All right, and the question goes, las voy a copiar en el chat. Teenagers should not be allowed to browse the internet without adult supervision. In your opinion, this is a good idea? Why or why not? Okay, entonces you have 15 seconds to prepare your response. All right, guys, time's up. Who would like to start? Si nos vamos al template, we should respond with this one. No, I think it is a great or terrible idea. Y después we continue with the same logic. All right, so here's the last one. Who would like to start? What about Andrea? Andrea, have you practicing a bit more with me? So maybe we can change a little bit the order. Okay, ¿qué dices, Andrea? ¿Te animas?
Okay. 10 seconds more, please.
All right, great. Okay, so 10 more seconds. Okay, what about now?
Okay.
Okay, great. Deep breath, and let's start. Okay, cuando dices hablar,
Okay. I think it's a terrible idea that teenagers should not be allowed to browse the internet without adult supervision, because I think that a teenager is at an age where the teenager can already decide and distinguish what is right and what is wrong. And I read in a magazine that said that the age of 10, the children need a very specific supervision by caregivers is necessary, but a teenager is old enough to decide.
Great. It was good. It was very good. I think you gave very good reasons. However, it is important. No, it's important that we mention our reasons. No, one phrase I think it was Camila that said no. I think she said, "I feel this way mainly for these two reasons" or something like that, which is no, we're basically using our own words to respond.
Okay.
But it's important that you introduce the reasons. No,
Okay.
the first reason why I feel this way, you can say if you want. No, the first reason, and the second reason, no, and then you add. Igual, no. Remember to put some word, some linking word to connect your reason with your detail, no. It's important if you want to say, no, I read this article or no, I read this magazine. Es importante que mencionemos el nombre, no, para que suene que es una fuente confiable, no. The Washington Post, the New York Times, o algún, no, I read in CNN, no, I've seen some news en CNN, ¿no? Entonces, siempre hay que mencionar, ¿no? el espacio, la fuente. Okay, thank you very much, great job, thank you. All right, let's go with the other round. Camila, what about you?
Okay. No. Yeah. Well, I think that this could be a great idea because mainly for the reason that nowadays we can see many bad intention people on the internet who want to take advantage of children or teenager in this platform. So having parental support with these kind of things, which you maybe don't know yet, will give you more confidence and safety in this platform. So to sum up, I think this would be a good idea.
All right, great. I think you gave a lot of information that were definitely providing your experience, your ideas or beliefs towards this. It was very good. I think you also forgot though not to mention the reason, or the first reason is, or the second reason is. It's important. I know, guys, it sounds like too repetitive, but it's very important because that's the main part. That's what they are going to evaluate. Entonces no se olviden de eso y dependiendo de cualquier información que den, traten. Ya sé que a veces nos ponemos nerviosos tal vez, pero hay que pensar en alguna palabra que introduzca, digamos, este detalle, información que estamos agregando. But then you did a very good job. Your response was actually very good. Thank you very much, Camila. Let's go with Rosa and then Catherine.
Okay. I think it's a terrible idea that teenagers not be allowed to browse the internet without adult supervision. First of all, because a teenager has enough age to be conscious in what is looking, and they have the opportunity to learn a lot of the information that is on internet. For example, they can use the internet for learn new things as language, different courses, and different tools that gives a lot of information on what they are interested.
Yeah, great. They are interested. Huh? Yeah, I think you did a good job too. However, we didn't have enough time, no, to give the whole response. But we're practicing. It's fine. The whole idea is that we're going to become quicker and quicker whenever we are going to get all of these random questions. No, that's the main point. Aquí la clave, chicas, es que en estos 15 segundos seamos ágiles al momento de pensar, ¿no? Piensen rápido algo que les ha pasado, algo que han escuchado, que les ha pasado a algún familiar o alguna amiga. Eso es clave. Entonces ya tengo ahí una base, ¿no? Y si no tengo mucha idea, siempre puedo salir con he leído un artículo en el Washington Post o en el New York Times, ¿no? En lugar de tratar de inventarme algún ejemplo, porque a mí me ha pasado alguna vez, ¿no? Y luego ya mi ejemplo es muy largo y ya me quedé sin el tiempo para dar mi segunda pregunta, ¿no? Y al final uno se siente mal, ¿no? Se bajonea, porque el objetivo es cumplir lo que quieres, ¿no? Yes, okay, great job, thank you very much. And finally, let's go with Catherine. Whenever you start talking.
I think it's a good idea that teenagers browse the internet with adult supervision for two reasons. The first one is related to information's quality, and the second one is related to internet management. To begin with, there's too much fake information and dangerous behaviors in the red. For instance, sexting or meeting strangers or doing bullying to more people. And my second reason relates to internet management. With adult supervision, teenagers can get to manage it properly, surfing through ideal pages that give them appropriate information.
Great job, great job. And you gave very good reasons. Excellent, thank you very much, Catherine. Obviously you have this way of speaking, which is very clear. When you listen, you understand everything. The only advice that I will give you is try to mention the reason and then give the detail or example or the adding information that you're going to give in order, no? The reason and then the detail or example that you want to mention. Not try to go in order. Obviously, I understood everything. However, it could be a little bit not confusing because I keep thinking, okay, what was the second reason? I already forgot by the time that you were explaining or giving the second detail, no? And that could happen. So I will try to always go in order, no? First reason, the information that you want to add, no? It should go right after. Then you jump to the second reason, and then you give that information or what you choose to mention. but you did a great job. Great job. Thank you very much, Catherine, for sharing. All right, guys. I think it's already time. I didn't realize. Okay, guys, I don't know if you have any questions in this last couple of minutes. On Thursday, we're going to continue practicing these questions, so don't worry. And in the case that you haven't had time, or you couldn't schedule, si no han podido, lo voy a decir en castellano para que se entienda ya. Si no han podido reservar el espacio para las llamadas personales, igual lo pueden hacer para el día jueves. Así que tomen en cuenta el tiempo, por favor, siempre es hora boliviana. Y bueno, les lancé el timer. Pero no se preocupen, o sea, yo soy flexible en ese sentido. Igual los lunes, si no alcanzamos, usted me dice otro día, no hay problema. O como ahorita que voy a hacer, si no estoy mal con Camila, que ahorita vamos a tener la llamada, porque tuvo problemas de internet. Así que no, yo soy bastante flexible en ese aspecto. Ok, entonces respondan, por favor. Falta una persona. Si no
Thank you, Paola.
Thank you, Catherine. Have a good night or good afternoon.
Bye, Rosa, Camila, Andrea. Take care.
Bye, bye, bye.
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 Thank you, great.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Perdón,
Ok.
¿vamos a usar otra sala o esta?
No, aquí nomás, no te preocupes.